so this is going to be an energetic repatterning to use when you are wanting to align your frequency to passive sales, to people joining some type of passive offer. And what I mean by passive isn't necessarily like a passive offer, like a membership or a subscription or something like that. Something that you're wanting, to just sell, right? It's an offer of yours that people can just come into whenever they want. Maybe it's something that's sitting on your website. Maybe it's a membership. Maybe it's a subscription. Maybe you just want people to turn up in your DMs. Maybe you just want people to, whatever it is, right? But it needs to be an offer or some type of focus that you are wanting to just effortlessly sell. You don't want to have to be hard selling all the time. You don't want to have to be figuring out, how do I make sales posts? How do I make sales? How do I make sales when like the world's on fire and I'm feeling all of this collective energy? Like that's not the vibe you want to be in. And so you want to do an energetic repatterning to shift into just a different vibe. That's what this is going to be for, okay? So we are going to start tapping on the karate chop point of the hand, so the side of the hand. I tap my left hand with my right hand, and you can do both sides if you want to. I just don't tend to. So we're just going to start, and we're just going to tap on that karate chop point. It's where you would like do a karate chop if you were doing one. And you're going to repeat after me. And if you want to amend any of the language to really fit in with your brand or your offers or anything that you're doing, please feel free to, okay? So, repeating after me, I want aligned students, clients, and customers to be buying all of the things that I want to sell without me having to actively sell them. I want people I don't know from Adam's house cat to be buying my offers just because they are so excited about what I am doing. I want them to do it without me having to sell. I want to vibrate my way into sales. Every energetic repatterning I do equals a sale. Every time I go to sleep equals a sale. Every nap I take equals a sale. Every time I rest, sales are just happening simply by me showing up every day and creating my most magical work. Every single time I say, my next sale is right around the corner, within a couple of hours, I want a passive sale. I want multiple sales a day to people who I have no idea who they are. I want passive, scalable, fabulous sales without me having to post sales posts on the internet. I don't want to have to think about selling to make sales. I can stop thinking about selling and still make sales. I show up, I post, I create, and people are just interested. They just go buy it and they love it. I want to call in as many contracts for no additional work as possible. I want to sell repeatable, scalable offers by magic. I want to make so many passive sales. I forget that I used to have to hustle one-to-one sales to make money. And now if I choose to make a one-to-one sale, I want it to just feel amazing. Because I really want to see what it would be like and what I could create and who I would be if I didn't have to think about fucking selling all the time. I want to exude my magic, and I want that to be enough. Okay, and we're gonna stop. We're gonna take a breath in, raise your arms over your head. And now we're going to go through a full tapping flow. And so I'm going to drop the points in the description of the video, but it is going to be the top of your head, above your eyes, on your temples, underneath your eyes, the top of your lip, bottom of your chin, chest, under the arm. Choose a side or do both. I do under the left arm, but that's just me. And then your wrists, and you just tap your wrists together. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and start, and I'm just going to lead you through the flow a couple of times, and then we'll be doing some energetic repatterning with that. Okay, so we're going to start on the top of your head, and we're just going to tap just lightly a few times. And then we're going to move to above your eyes, the temples. Don't forget to breathe. Underneath the eyes, top of the lip, bottom of the chin, above the heart, middle of the chest, under the arm, under the other arm, and wrist. And one more time with just the flow, top of the head, tapping lightly but firmly. You'll begin to feel things shift in your vessel. Forehead, you'll begin to feel the energetic patterns shift as you disrupt the energy as it is flowing. Temples, you may start to notice that you're taking deeper breaths or you're yawning. That means that the energy is shifting. That's one of the signs. Under the eyes, you can do this with your eyes open or closed. Top of the lip. You can do this while you're pacing around your house. You can do this while you're walking in nature. Bottom of your chin. You can do this, you could do this in home goods if you wanted to. There's nothing stopping you. It's like, you're allowed. Chest. You can do this in the shower. If you want to provide a little hydrotherapy with it, you could do it in the shower. The bathtub would be really luxurious and fabulous. Under the arm. Some nice deep breaths. Under the other arm. Disrupting the energy. I want to go back to the middle of the chest for a minute, so let's try that. Oh, and sometimes we can just do really weird shit, because we can. Nothing's stopping you. You can tap any portion of your vessel that you so desire. This is just my typical tapping flow. And then let's do the wrists. And I like to do the tapping flow 4 times through. I have practiced this a lot. And I spent most of the summer of 2024. Go ahead and take a breath in and bring your arms above your head and just hold that for a second. In the summer of 2024, I was in a cabin in the woods with my lovely husband, and I was doing a lot of energetic repatterning. Go ahead and release your arms. Breathe out. And I was really testing what the optimum amount of times to do the flow was to get the maximum effective energetic repatterning without having to like sit and tap for an hour, because I was waking up to do energetic repatterning in the middle of the night. It was very interesting. But, and I discovered that 4 times really will be great for you. So let's go ahead and start. We're gonna do a four round flow. So let's start tapping on the top of the head and just repeat after me. I want to be shocked. Forehead. At how little sales and selling, particularly in post form, I have to do. Move to the temples. And how much I actually sell underneath the eyes. And by that I mean I'm selling so much with no selling post, just sales, sales, sales rolling in. Top of the lip. Like, insert a wild amount of sales for you a day. I want X amount of sales a day. Insert your amount here. Move to the chin if you haven't already. I want to check my phone and randomly just get sales all the time. Chest. I don't need to know who these people are. Under the arm. I do not need to know who these people are. Switch to under the other arm. I am so confident in my own vibration. Switch to the wrists. That I know I'm calling in the right people. Okay, now on this flow, I'm not going to tell you which part we're tapping. We're just going to move into the flow and switch locations that you're tapping every time we do a call and response. So I'll say something, I'll have a little pause, and you say it, and then when I say the next thing, switch your tapping location, okay? So starting at the top of the head again, and here we go. I know my people are out there. And I know they're manifesting my magic. And I know we're in the middle of a paradigm shift. And I know that there's a lot of energy that needs to be repatterned in what I believe to be possible about selling. And that's what I'm doing right now. I am repatterning all of that energy. That's not my reality anymore. I am completely released of the transactional nature of sales. I am tuning in instead to being able to just put my energy, frequency, and vibration out there into reality. I am tuning in to being the vibe. And my vibe, my vibration, being the thing that calls in my interdimensional contracts. And through the power of my vibration, through the aura that I so effortlessly exude with my magic, I am going to see people just start coming into my sphere of reality. I'm going to stop giving any energy to the drain that is selling. And instead, I am going to tune in to vibrating. It sounds delulu as fuck. But I also know that simultaneously, when I'm not focused on selling, I'm focused on creating. And if I can focus on just creating, and letting those creations be the thing that I am putting into public reality. Instead of selling, I'm going to start unleashing my magic on the world. I'm going to tune in to just talking about my magic and what a baddie I am. I am going to free my throat chakra and my sacral chakra. And I am going to let my energy be enough. Because when I tune into this, that is when I tune out of the matrix. And that is when I tune into my own motherfucking powers, y'all. And breathe in, arms above the head, maybe like a nice, clasp them together is a nice, connecting the energy palm to palm. Bring your hands down. Go ahead and put them on your heart space. One hand over the other, one palm on your chest, the other palm over the top of the back of that hand. Put all that energy that you have just moved, shifted, raised, created, tuned into, put that right into your heart center, and then we're going to switch hands so that you get a nice, balanced, energetic infusion. We can just take a couple of moments here. You can put your hands on your knees if you wanted to. Let's take a couple of breaths in together. Breathe in and out and in and out. One more time, in and out. Your eyes are closed. Go ahead and begin to open them. Know that when you do, you have repatterned your energy and you are tuning into a new reality. You're tuning into a new potential. Now, the caveat that I'm going to say to this is that this will work faster the more avenues that you have open for it to work. So for example, if you're listening to this and you don't really have any offers out there and you don't really have an audience built and you don't really have a lot going on, you're going to be able to receive a different reality than someone who has a whole bunch of offers on a website. They have a big audience built. They have a couple of memberships. They have, all kinds of different options available for people to find them, randomly pay them, randomly buy something, randomly join something for the vibe to attract their people. So at this stage, you may find that what this repatterning opens up for you is a desire to create more opportunities for that flow to happen. So don't be surprised if that happens. If you already have a solid, even if it's not a large audience, or maybe it is a large audience, whatever. If you already have a solid group of people though, who are, listening to what you're doing, who are there, who are picking up what you're putting down, you would want to really focus your energy following this on noticing what stories and programs come up for you that tell you this can't happen. Because especially if you have been in business for longer than, I'm going to say, 2 years, you coded your business in a different reality than we are currently living in. And so there is recoding that will need to happen there. If you're maybe brand new to business, maybe you're just starting your business, or maybe it's just a year or two old, you're building in a liminal space at the moment, as of this recording, which is in January of 2025. if you're listening to this recording after, I would say, January of 2026 to August of 2027, you're in an entirely different reality as well. So what you're likely looking for is pretty much what everyone as of this recording is looking for, is the misfiring code that is telling us we have to really do all of this stuff, like a psychotic level of stuff, to get paid a pittance, is kind of the frequency that we're like in right now. And that's what we're wanting to repattern, because what we're actually doing on a collective level, everyone who's listening to this, is participating on a mass collective recoding of a program that is extremely prevalent in our reality that needs to be released for the sanity of everyone on Earth. And that is that we have to work this insane level to get anything back. And so what we're wanting to do every time we do an energetic repatterning is we're really tuning into the fact that we are doing these energetic repatternings for ourselves as the individuals because of things that we want to experience, of experiences that we have had, and of experiences that we're wanting to recode. But on a planetary and interdimensional level, we're simultaneously participating in a collective mass recoding of the programs of Earth, but also these programs didn't just originate on Earth. These programs have existed across space and time. It's like Earth is the final recoding. It's like the code went wrong in 14 different video games, and we're just on the last video game to recode, okay? Like that's kind of the pop culture toned energy of like what's going on Earth right now. So I appreciate you for participating in this, both for yourself and for the collective. Every single time that you do this, I want you to end this session with imagining that when this audio goes off, when the video is over, which is going to be in just a handful of seconds, it's like the energy has been repatterned. You are done. You can move on. Now it is time to go do the thing that is going to lead you to the frequency where this is the reality. Just an extra snap for funsies. So there we are. Go forth. You have been repatterned. You are reprogramming yourself. You are recoding the collective. You are recoding Earth. You're recoding the motherfucking multiverse right now. Look at you, you multidimensional baddie coven of one. You. Oh, that's hot. Okay. Love you. Bye. You're reprogrammed. Boom.